You deserve to have a relationship with your body that is filled with loving kindness and compassion. Peace, y'all. Happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. I'm gonna do my best to look at the camera and not look at myself. It's very challenging sometimes, honestly, because sometimes I just get caught up and I'm like, damn, I'm looking very nice today. But yeah, so welcome. My name is Nikki. Welcome to the Body Love Lounge, where we create soft spaces for Black women to experience body liberation. And as you can see by the title of this video, I got a little something to say. And I think it's what they would call an unpopular opinion, but you know, I'm hoping that this video reaches who it needs to reach and that someone or someone's finds a little freedom. So first, if you're watching this video, we are going to take a breath. We're going to take a few. So I'm inviting you to find a comfortable seat. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, you can join me in closing the eyes. We're going to bring some length into our spine. I want you to feel whatever part of your body is connected to what is supporting you beneath. And we're going to breathe in and out of the nose. So breathing in through the nose, feeling the stomach expand. Breathe out of the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Once more, inhaling, stomach expands. Exhale, we're going to side out this time. And then gently blink your eyes open. Now, I want to offer you that you might not agree with anything that I'm saying today. There might be a few things that you don't agree with, some things that you do, whatever. Listen, take the meat and leave the bones, okay? And so before we get into this, I'm looking down because I got a couple notes here. I do have a couple disclaimers. First of all, you got to do what's best for your body. You are in your body, you know your body best. So whatever works for you, if what you have been doing now allows you to feel happy, healthy, whole, and at peace, then I invite you to keep doing that. Do you, boo, okay? Also, this message is not for everyone. This message is for you if you have spent your entire life, most of your life, years, a long periodically time, feeling like you were less than because of what the number on the scale said. Feeling like you were less than because of how your body looks on the outside. Feeling like you were less than because you're overweight, because you're bigger, you're plus size, you're fat. Whatever the term that you want to use is, this message is for you if you have tried all the diets, okay? You done did the Atkins, you hit the Weight Watchers, you hit the keto, you've done water fasting, you've done whatever, all the different type of things that are out there, and you still do not feel at peace. You still do not feel at ease with your body. This message is for you if outside influences have been doing all of this and have caused you to feel like you're less than. If you have taken on other people's stuff and you have, if people have not treated you well because of how you looked, and in turn you have not treated yourself well, then maybe this message is for you. And I also want to say that I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with losing weight. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with desiring to lose weight. And I say this as someone who has, throughout my life, has intentionally and unintentionally lost weight. I say this as someone who goes to the doctor regularly. And in these recent years, that number on the scale has continued to come down. And it has not been because I have intentionally been trying to lose weight. And I'm just saying that because as I continue to show up on this platform, I may continue to lose weight. I don't know where I'm gonna land. And I don't want it to be something where it's like, okay, well, you are here telling people not to lose weight and look at you losing weight. I'm not saying don't lose weight. I'm inviting you to decenter weight loss. I'm inviting you from making the number on the scale being your only marker of health. I'm inviting you to have a more loving and compassionate relationship with your body. So instead of focusing on weight, what would it look like if you prioritized getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night? What if you prioritized having a nighttime routine that set your sleep up well so that you could wake up in the morning feeling rested? What would it be like if you prioritized eating more whole foods? If you prioritized drinking more water? What would it be like if you prioritized finding movement that you enjoy? What would it look like if you worked out and before you worked out, you added 5 to 10 minutes of mobility before you worked out? And you added 10 minutes of stretching? How would it feel if instead of looking at working out as a punishment for your body, or a punishment because you ate that thing, a punishment because the number on the scale went up, what if you looked at working out as, wow, look at what my body can do. Look at how strong I am. Look at how much stronger I can get as I start to add in weights, as I start to increase the weights, as I start to increase the reps. What if you looked at working out or moving your body as a form of joy, as a form of gratitude, that, hey, I can move, that I'm privileged enough and able-bodied enough that I can move my body? What if you prioritized finding a nutritionist that worked well with you? Finding a nutritionist that you feel in alignment with so that you can find a diet that works for you. And by diet, I don't mean a weight loss plan. I mean the way that you're eating. What if you prioritized being in tune with your body? So when you wake up in the morning, you check in. You close your eyes, you have a moment, you check in with how your body feels and what your body needs today. What kind of movement does your body need? What would your relationship with your body look like if you prioritize getting 30 minutes of movement a day? What would your relationship with your body look like if you made it a point to dress it well how it looks today? To feel good in the clothes that you're in today? How would you feel in your body if you bought clothes that were the size you are today, so that your body knows that it's worthy of looking good? And maybe you heard all of this and you're like, okay, no, but like weight loss is important to me. It's at the center. Okay, cool. What would your weight loss journey look like if you were kind to yourself, if you invited in some grace and some compassion? What would it look like if you looked at old pictures of yourself when you were at your beginning weight and you looked at that version of yourself with some loving kindness, with some tenderness, with some softness, and not with this ire critique as to what's wrong with that person. And even if you look at, I find that oftentimes when people will post like before and afters of themselves for weight loss, the before, they look so sad, and then on the after, like it's like a whole new person. And it's like, yeah, the energy has definitely changed, but maybe before you look so sad because people weren't being kind to you and you weren't being kind to yourself. You weren't loving on yourself. If you were saying negative things about yourself and tearing yourself down every time you looked in the mirror, every time you put on clothes, you had negative things to say about your body, yeah, you looked sad. You weren't being kind to yourself. You were being mean to yourself. And so I'm offering you that even if you are on a weight loss journey, it's possible that you can be kind to yourself now. I just feel like people are really mean to themselves. And in yoga, I have mentioned in other videos, Ahimsa, which means non-violence or to do no harm. This is a yogic principle. And Ahimsa tells us that the way that we treat ourselves is a direct reflection of the way that we treat others. So when you are mean to yourself, when you're calling yourself names, when you're ripping yourself apart, it's creating a more violent world. It's creating a more unkind world. And even if you do not like how you look today and you do want to lose weight, I'm also offering you to think about whose voice is that? And if you're like, okay, well, health, right, but we already went over numerous things that you can focus on that will improve your health that have nothing to do with the number on the scale. So who's telling you that your body is bad? And is that person, are those people, are they happy with themselves? Are they showing up in the world in the way in which you want to show up? I get that for a lot of people, being fat is like one of the worst things ever. It's one of their worst fears ever. I get that some people might watch this video and be like, well, girl, you're fat and I don't want to be like you. And the whole time, that's your business. That's your prerogative. That's your opinion. Like, that's fine. Even if you are in a smaller body, I'm inviting you to consider all of this as invitations. What would your life look like? What would your relationship with your body look like if you were kind to yourself? For all of my journal girlies, feel free to pull that journal out, write it down, see what comes up. Feel free to think about it over the week. You deserve to have a relationship with your body that is filled with loving kindness and compassion. And if you need some support with that, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. I invite you to follow along. I invite you to check out some of the other practices, some of the other videos that I have on this topic. This is the 4th one. So feel free to go back to the others if you have not already. And if this is your first time on this channel, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. And thank you so much for watching today. If you feel like you need some support right now, feel free to check out a rest practice that is posted on this channel. Peace and love, and I hope you have a great day.